560, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Check it out right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now,
The only man to give death a near Johnny experience. Johnny Harden.
Yo, yo, yo! It is Sports 56 Happy Hour. It's your good buddy Johnny Radio. Of course, you can follow me at Johnny_radio on Twitter. You know who my good buddy is Gabe Kuhn at G_Kuhn71. Give us a follow, and don't forget to follow the show, y'all. Sports 56 WHBQ, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Instagram. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Speaking of that, Hardwood today, 2:30. We'll be talking about a guy who is, let's just say, rather dirty. He will put a new meaning to the poop emoji, and we'll talk about him at 2:30. Surprising who it is, but not shocking, he plays for the Browns. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just think I'm funny, because I am funny. We also got to talk about the King. Man, I'm never going to call him Mr. Gretzky. I'm never going to do that again. Dustin Johnson, he might be his own great one. Tell you one thing, when you cash a $15 million check, you're a pretty dead-gum good one. We're going to talk about him, how much money this man's made on tour in his career. Did you know there's only 2 golfers who've made more money than him? It probably isn't shocking who they are. I'm sure you can guess. But the fact that he's made so much money, I want to ask this at 67129. That's 67129. Did you by any chance, Gabe Kuhn, because we don't talk golf very much. And by the way, congratulations on your BYU pick. I love you, by the way, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought it would be closer, by the way. We'll get back to
55-3.
I thought it would be closer. I think I said that at the end of the show, but I think all the people that took my advice are happy they took my advice.
Very damn happy. And
didn't
I'm
have to
very
sweat at all.
happy. And by the way, didn't have to sweat. I sweat my game, the big one that I put my money on. And by the way, when I was sweating, you know what I kept saying? Why did I just listen to Gabe? That was so easy, man. He played football against both of the teams. I'm so stupid.
I also people were telling me that they're leaning to the under. I'm sorry, over. I had to go over on that one.
It was BYU scored 55.
It was 40. It was 48.5.
Yeah, that's amazing. Good job on that one, Mr. Gabe. But I have to say something. We are going to talk about also Dustin Johnson being great like Gabe Kuhn, picking things up. But this is what's interesting, because I brought you in because I bet you didn't hear this. Did you hear Brooks Koepka take a shot at Dustin Johnson?
He seems to be taking a lot of shots. He took a shot at Bryson DeChambeau, what was that, a couple months ago?
Well, dude, how can you not take a shot at
But
him?
regardless, it seems like he's pretty outspoken in regards to other golfers on the tour.
Well, you know him and Dustin Johnson used to be buddies. In fact, right before I get to the leadoff, I'll go ahead and I'll just tell you this story real quick. So, Dustin Johnson, I want you to hear this. Since these certain comments came out, Brooks Koepka goes out there and says, yeah, Dustin Johnson, like he looks at the leaderboard, okay? And he's like, yeah, he's kind of good, you know what I'm saying? But he's like, here's what he says. There's a lot of talented guys on the leaderboard, but, man, I don't think there's one of them. I mean, I guess DJ's won one. But other than that, all those guys up there I can pass like it's nothing. DJ's only won one. Do you see what I'm saying? That's a shot. Now, do you know what he's done since Brooks Koepka said that? He finished second in the PGA Championship, won the Northern Trust, finished second in the BMW Championship in a playoff, and then won the Tour Championship, cashed a $15 million check, the ties for the largest check in the history of golf. Rory McIlroy also got $15 million last year. This year it goes to DJ. I'm pretty dead gum sure DJ didn't just get a $15 million check. By the way, he's made $18 million in the last 3 weeks. Did you see that one? That is just balling. And by the way, think about golf. Harris English, do you know you know who Harris English is, right?
Of course I do.
He's one here in Memphis, really nice guy. Actually been on the show before back in the day. Like Harris, have mad respect for Harris English. But just to show you how different golf is compared to what it was, I mean, let's just be real, back when Jack played and things like that. Did you realize that Harris English goes out there, has a late charge Monday? Did you see what he did on his final 11 holes? Oh, bro, he was hotter than a firecracker. He birdied 5 of his final 11 holes. Boom! Bro, he goes up and finishes tied for 12th. What do you think tied for 12th got this weekend at East Lake?
You tell me.
$682,500 was the share for 12th.
I'd take it.
Wowzers. Do you know what this does this year? Harris English playing golf has now made, guess what he's made this year? I mean, this is Harris English. He's a very nice guy. Been on the show. St. Jude big time fan. You know about his history. But guess what? He's made $3.3 million on the golf course. Not bad. But then you want to hear something that's even crazier? Like, I can sit there and talk about Harris English. And the reason I brought him up, because I just wanted to give you a little scale. Harris English is a very average golfer. No offense. I mean, he's an exceptional golfer. He's a professional golfer. What I mean by average is he's an average pro. Do you know what I mean? Like
in regards to competing for tournament wins,
yes,
is what you mean.
I mean, he's not a Phil Mickelson. He's not Tiger Woods. He's not Jack. He's not, Rory. He's not Sabatini. He's not, one of these guys that you just go out there and you talk about for the rest of your life, and you're like, guy, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. But do you want to hear who might be one of the greatest things since sliced bread? So, I bring this up before we get to the leadoff for one reason. DJ in his career has only made less money per hole and per round to 2 people in the history of the game. Do you know who they are? Phil Mickelson and Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is 1, Phil Mickelson is 2, DJ is 3. DJ is now, just on the golf course, by the way, cleared over 80, 80 some odd $1 million. Okay, Oh, not bad at all, man. Just $83 million. So he's made $83 million in his career. Do you know what that comes out per round in his PGA career? $71,750 per round. That's $3,986 a hole since he's been playing. That's not a bad damn day at the office, buddy. Let me tell you something. If you could go to work and your work was golf, and each hole you played, you were putting $3,986 in your pocket, you know what I would be doing? I would never, ever be called Miss Gretzky, so I apologize. You are the great one. Mr. Gretzky is also a great one, but man, Paulina, I didn't realize when she married him because I thought he was an aloof, a goofball, and he loved doing a lot of yay, and I thought he was going to fall out the tour eventually. I really did. Dustin Johnson, congratulations, sir, on your win. Congratulations for not taking the low blow and talking back at Brooks Koepka and just going out there and letting your play do the talking, because cashing in $18 million in the last 3 weeks, bro, that's all the talking you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And he'll be the player of the year this year. I'm pretty dead gum sure of it. So, Brooks, chew on that one. Congratulations, Dustin Johnson. And let's do this thing. I'm in the leadoff.
Easy money, easy money, easy money. Here we go. Mitch Trubisky was named the starter. We talked about that yesterday. You were making fun of Matt Nagy because he said he was not going to name one until they took the field for their first game. But I have a question here. Since they got Nick Foles in the offseason, traded for him, have him on a $22 million a year contract. Does Mitch Trubisky hold the starting position the entire 2020-21 season?
You know what? That's a very good question. And I'm going to tell you something. I say yes. I'm going to tell you two reasons. I mentioned it yesterday. I was watching, I watch that crazy person, Peter Schrager, because I'm a lunatic.
Good Morning Football.
Yeah, GMFB, baby. Hashtag GMFB, baby. Good morning,
Even
football.
though you probably get annoyed by Peter Schrager every morning. I still don't know why you don't like Pete. I don't get it.
I don't know. Every
It's
time
his face. It's just the face.
I just want to punch him for some reason. When I see him for some reason, I can't help it. And that's a horrible thing to think of. Like, I just want to be like, pow. I know that's horrible, but I'm honest with y'all. I don't lie to my people.
But back to it, Mitch Trubisky.
But anyway, Mitch, let me tell you something. Nick Foles, did you hear about what I said yesterday about how he wanted to be the first person to congratulate Nick Foles? Did you remember?
Nick Foles.
Nick Foles wanted to be the first person to congratulate Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah.
He's like, coach, because the coach told Nick Foles first. Just want you to know before I name the start of the team, it's not going to be you. You're going to be the backup. We're going to name Mitch. So you would think to yourself, Matt Nagy's like going, dude, I'm about to have a really tough, conversation. And this is some serious stuff, bro. So he goes in there and he's like, yo, Nick, I know you're a Super Bowl winner. You're a champion, brother. Yeah, brother. But you know what? We're going to stick with Mitch this year. And instead of Nick Foles, like, being mad and throwing his playbook down and being like, Matt Nagy! Instead of anything like that, you know what Nick does? He's like, oh, coach, please don't tell anybody. Can I be the one that tells Mitch? I'd be like, damn, I picked the right guy. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the one that tells him. I just love being a backup quarterback. And he's also been working with Jeff Christensen, by the way. Jeff worked with Patrick Mahomes. He's worked with Deshaun Watson in years past. You know of a guy named Peyton Manning. Jeff is a very, what would you call him? A quarterback whisperer?
Guru.
But he's also one of the guys who, he doesn't just work with everybody. I was kind of interested. I was kind of fascinated that he actually took on Mitch. Man, he must have paid
So
him.
you think we will see a step up in Mitch Trubisky's play
They
this
said
year?
he's lost 10 pounds of weight, but he's increased his lean muscle mass more, yada, yada. They said his footwork is out of control. Again, this is what they say. I haven't seen it yet. They say the balls he's throwing in practice don't look like they did last year. They're like, Matt Nagy went on GMFB, Good Morning Football again. Gonna punch Peter Schrager in the nose. But anyway, he goes on and he announces the dude. And I'm watching this, I'm like, whoa. The praise that he gave Mitch Trubisky, I was waiting for them to say that we're giving him an extension. I'm serious as a heart attack. I was like, dude, I can't believe he's about to go on here and not just name him the starter, but he's about to give him that 5th-year extension, yo. Now, they didn't go that far, but I actually think this is like he is always going to be remembered because he was taken ahead of Patrick Mahomes and ahead of Deshaun Watson. That's always going to be on his you-know-what. But gummit, he plays with the deadgum best defense you've ever seen in your life, man. He's got Khalil Mack coming off there with the Mack attack. He's also got a dude named Anthony Miller out there. They got a pretty decent offense. I'm telling you, it's either this year he sinks or he swims. And I'm going to tell you right now, I think he swims.
Bold prediction. We'll mark that. We got to mark that. Mitch Trubisky swimming this year.
This year.
Out of the
Chicago.
MLB, we know because of the Astros cheating scandal that the in-game video has been sort of taken away,
Javi's
postponed. And some players sort of took advantage of it before it was outlawed to get in-game adjustments, to watch the ABs that they had and all that. Cubs' Javi Baez has been really bad this year. Has not been
Bro.
batting very well. And he says,
Worst year ever.
it sucks because I make my adjustments during the game. He's talking about watching that in-game
exactly
video
what he's talking
to
about.
see what the pitcher's throwing him, everything else. Do you think he has a point with this?
All right, do you want to hear something weird? Do you know against the first time he ever faces a pitcher, he bats an average. This is his career's 191. The second time he sees them, you won't even believe this, it goes all the way up to 355.
That's insanity.
So there is somebody out there who has at least numbers who can prove that they literally see the pitches the first time they're at bat. They see a lot of pitches, foul a lot of pitches off, let them throw everything, and then they figure out what damn pitch am I going to attack? How is he going to try and attack me? He goes in there and watch how the guy's attacking him. Maybe sees a little something in his hand movement, the way he's wiggling. So I don't know. There's a million things. That's what I'm trying to say is people don't understand baseball. That's why you have these even when we I never played with TVs. So Javi Baez, he's a pro baseball player. They're at a different level. What I'm saying, though, is you have usually guys who are sitting there and all they do is watch the pitcher, and they'll be talking to the batter and the things, saying he's doing this. They'll be talking to the first base coach, saying when he throws the ball over to the first base, he's moving, his back, he's got a little twitch in his back leg or something. There's all kinds of little nuances that you have these type of people doing. There's also professional hitters like Mark McGwire talked about, coming back after his first at bat. He talked about in that thing we watched, that 30 for 30, and then he would go back in the back room and watch his at bat, see what he was doing, see what he was doing wrong, see where they were attacking him. Next thing you know, he went out there and boom, he went Big Mac on you. So there are people, and right now the numbers are showing that Javi Baez is struggling because they're not showing that at bat like they used to. Now, why are they not doing that? Because of Alex Cora. Basically, let's be real. I'm blaming him mostly. The Astros, the Boston Red Sox, and an entire cheating scandal where still Mr. Jim is like, hey, what's up, man? I'm Jim, and I got a World Series ring. What's up, Mr. Crane? I'm a rich man. I'm a billionaire. Owner of the Houston Astros, by the way, if you didn't know. Jim is a guy who's also said this: I'm sorry we cheated. And right after he said he was sorry he cheated and almost was in tears, they were asked, how did the cheating affect your World Series? It didn't. We won the World Series fair and square. Bam. Literally 2 statements within 20 seconds of each other. Literally. That is not a joke. You can pull it up, I'm sure, on YouTube. It's not hard to find. Jim the Lying Crane.
Now, NBA playoffs. You've been talking
do you agree,
about.
By the way, hold on. Do you agree that Javi Baez is actually has a little bit of
that's,
something to
That's
gripe
the one
about?
thing I had to ask you is because, based on the numbers, absolutely. But you I wonder, the in-game video, is that a fair
Dude.
advantage? That's where I get confused.
You do it for so long. You
become reliant on it.
They've had in-game video for so many years. Again, I talked to you and showed you Mark McGwire. They had pictures of Barry Bonds back in the room back in the day watching when his nice lounge chair in the in between innings, which tripped me out, by the way, and he's watching his last at bat. They have it teed up for him. Like that was boom, like some dude's job. Like that's what they did. Hey, here's your last at bat on video. He watched every pitch. And then he'd go out there and he'd Barry Bonds it. So what I'm saying is they didn't have it in the 1920s, no. But they've had it for so long, and to have it stolen because people cheated the system, I understand why Javi Baez and guys who actually used it as prep. This is how I get ready, and this is how I attack pitchers. Now they have to just sit there and watch it from the side, and I'm going to tell you something.
Not as easy.
That ain't the same view.
And based on his splits, what did you say they were on the first at bat versus second at bat?
191 and second at bat 355.
He's got a reason to be pretty angry now. NBA playoffs. I think you've been saying this for a long, long time. Really, your favorite to win the NBA championship's been the Lakers. I know you said at the start of the playoffs. I really do. You've been saying that since like mid-season, right?
Yeah,
That's been quite a while.
Since before the season started.
I want to know now. They're 1-1 with the Rockets.
Don't feel good, buddy.
Have your feelings changed?
Yes. I'm not going to lie to you. Unequivocally. Heck to the yes. If Russell Westbrook wasn't so bad and was even somewhat of a decent player, they're down 0-2. Like, if Westbrook doesn't have an all-time historic, horrible shooting performance, an embarrassing game, looks like he doesn't even belong on an NBA court. That's how bad he played in Game 2, in my personal opinion. Am I being overtly wrong?
No, he was horrible.
I mean, if he... Dude, by the way, do you remember the lead that Houston had? Now, who helped them get back in there? Some idiot who's shooting with 19 seconds left on the shot clock from three-point land and going 1 for what, 7? I think it was 1 for 7. Dude, what are you doing? How do you think you blow a double-digit lead? Not even a 12-point lead, like a 20-point lead. Because you have an idiot out there just jacking it up, and you're like, look, Mike D'Antonia, Mike has just, dude, Mike. Oh, Mike, your job, I know. You thought you saved it in the last round. I know you won game 1 and you felt like dadgummit, we're doing good. And I know you feel like you're 1-1, Mike. But man, if Russ comes out there and does that and you keep having his back, and James Harden, I know you got his back because you kind of got to, because that's the guy you're riding or dying with. But let's be real, James, you got to take over. You got to get the ball out of his hands, man. I hate to say it. He is a superstar, they say, in this league. But because he can't shoot the ball in a shooter's era, he is what I would call, how do you put it? Bro, he should have played in any era but this one. Because let me tell you something. Russell Westbrook, you can't fit this, the round hole into a square peg thingy. No, it ain't happening. And that's his game. He's athletic. He can play defense, but he still keeps shooting threes and he can't hit them. He can get you with that triple-double because of his athleticism, and he's fast as can be. But let me tell you something about R-Dub. He is so... Oh, by the way, do you know that he hadn't been out of the first round since Kevin Durant left him? James Harden got him out of the first round. I think the Lakers win the next 3 and just show you what Russell Westbrook really is. A regular season superhero. There's a big difference. That's why, stars are made in the playoffs. And that's why, they have regular season awards, I guess, for Russell Westbrook. I'll be right back, but always remember, reward yourself. MemphisFarmers.com. Chad Gatlin. He's got nothing but love for you. He's here for you. He's always there for you. And it's auto, home, life, business, whatever you can think of. You go to MemphisFarmers.com. You got the power of farmers. We are farmers. But you also have a Memphis man who's Memphis born, Memphis bred, a Memphis man till he's dead. By the way, you'll see Daniel Gatlin when you go to Memphis Farmers. But give him a call at 901-235-1176. And when you go to MemphisFarmers.com, if you even do register online and don't even call him, at least you'll actually have an agent to call, a person. Not just like some random person who picks up the telephone. Hello, so-and-so, what is your issue? Dude, you have a person who will be on this thing like in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. It's important. Chad Gatlin, Memphis Farmers, 901-235-1176. That's 901-235-1176. Never forget, MemphisFarmers.com. My good friend, Chad Gatlin. This is Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy get you through the midday with Sports 56 Middays. Delivered by FedEx. Weekdays from 10 till 1 on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
You have to be up in 5 hours, 2 hours, 6 minutes. And when you hear, you realize that you haven't slept a wink. That's why there's ZzzQuil Pure Z's, a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin so you can fall asleep naturally with no next-day grogginess. It's available in both liquid and gummies, tastes great, and is non-habit forming. Pick up ZzzQuil Pure Z's from the sleep experts at Vicks ZzzQuil. ZzzQuil Pure Z's, naturally superior sleep. Available at retailers near you.
So are you the type of guy that wants to look put together but doesn't want to spend hours shopping? I hear you. This is why there's Stitch Fix, your personal styling service that delivers hand-picked clothes right to you. Stitch Fix is simple and convenient. Sign up in just a few minutes. Try new styles in the comfort of your own home. And there's no subscription required ever. So, isn't it time to refresh your look? Get started today at StitchFix.com. Stitch Fix, personal styling for everybody.
As you get back to business, small things can make a big difference. Like marking safe distances with floor tape and posting reminders to wash hands. As always, Grainger is here to help, offering supplies and solutions for every industry. Free access to product specialists, 24/7 support, safety recovery guides, and more. It's part of our commitment to help you adapt and recover in these challenging times. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We are Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. As well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere on your phone or tablet by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, tell Google or Alexa to play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129. Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. For if we don't find the next whiskey bar.
Welcome back into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your good buddy Johnny Radio. Y'all know who Gabe Kuhn is. He's at G_Kuhn71. We're hanging out in the Family Leisure Studios. By the way, Family Leisure, it's where family and fun come together. 2120 Whitten Road, just north of I-40. Now, I'll tell you something. Y'all understand this is an NFL Thursday, right? Oh, yes. And we have also college football going on again, out the frame. This Saturday, we have some big games, and I'm talking about ranked teams are playing. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. University of Memphis teed things up. It was awesome. By the way, also Army teed things up the day before. That was great. Heck, I watched, Central Arkansas play Austin Peay when they really kicked off the start of the football season. You know what I mean? Like, football is football, but right now we have some really good games going on this weekend. Heck, we get to see Oklahoma You get to see the new quarterback, Spencer Rattler. You have Clemson, who's #1 in the country, taking on Wake. You got Notre Dame taking
You gonna
on
pay that
Duke.
$54.99 to watch
No,
Oklahoma?
you saw that one? Hold on, hold up.
You gonna pay that? No.
I wasn't
Why
going to
not?
go there real quick, but I wanted to ask you something. Do you not think that they're going to actually make a ton of money off of that? Because what the bleep you got to do in Oklahoma?
You got a great point.
I'm serious, a heart attack.
You're making
let's
a good
just
point.
say you have a living. You got a television. You can't go Boomer Sooner. And those people are Boomer Sooner crazy. My grandmother,
$55 to watch number 5 Oklahoma take on Missouri State.
That's what I'm saying.
6 p.m.
You can see the Sooners and the Bears.
Hey, how about last night though?
Dude,
Good
okay.
Lord.
Well, that's where I was actually. It's kind of interesting you bring that up, man. No, I wouldn't pay the money, but I bet you $1 million. A lot of people in Oklahoma are going to pay it. They're going to make tons of money. But last night I made a lot of money thanks to Gabe. I didn't lose it because I was leaning Navy, bro. Leaning Navy. My buddy Nunzio called me up, listened to this segment yesterday. You know what he said? Bro, listen to your producer. He played against both of them. I was like, you know what? That's a pretty damn good point, Nunzio. He's like, did you notice how he was talking about how much bigger the boys are? And how, the other guys got to, they play offensive and defensive line, but they still got to do pull-ups and push-ups, and they got to run miles and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, dude, and I started thinking about it and was talking with Nunzio, and we were talking about actually our segment yesterday, Gabe, and he was like going, man, Gabe played against both of those teams, and he was adamant about how big those BYU boys are.
And how small those Navy
that's
Navy boys are.
Secondly, I was getting ready to say how, quote, would I like the way you put it yesterday. You didn't say small. You said athletic.
Look, man. They didn't look very athletic last night.
No, dude.
Let's be fair.
So bad. Let's be real. 55-3. That was the easiest bet in the history of the world.
I didn't expect.
And I was so cheap, I only put $35 on it.
I didn't expect all that, man.
That was
I really
awesome.
didn't. Navy got outrushed in that game by
San Diego
301 to 119. 301 to 119.
That's
Navy got
embarrassing.
outrushed.
How is that
Navy
possible,
runs
Navy?
the triple option.
That's what I was about to say. How do you get outrushed that much
when you're small? And the one thing that we need to point out here is I wonder how many teams took the initiative like Navy did to not do a bunch of contact.
That's a good
to make
point.
sure they weren't tackling in practice.
You
Because you could tell immediately.
They hadn't practiced tackling in so long. Those dudes, the BYU looked like they had Walter Payton and Gale Sayers together in the backfield. You know what I'm saying?
Looked like they had the Cowboys O-line. Looked like they were mowing
they were
them
mowing
down.
people. The backs were running through. They were making, dude, did you see that one stiff arm, by the way? By the way, did you hear Bill Belichick?
Yeah, they brought him on in the third quarter.
What the bleep was, dude,
and
that
he
was
recalled
so cool.
everything about the 1967 Navy football team.
He knew, he talked about man, there was 3 names I remember they were trending on Twitter because of Bill Belichick.
But this, honestly, that game last night, if you're a Tiger fan, has to get you at least somewhat happy, right? Because it looks like, and I know Navy's never an easy win.
No, it looks like if Memphis doesn't roll Navy,
there's a problem,
Navy,
right?
Roll Navy, and I mean roll them.
But you got to understand that triple option always has its problems.
Mike McIntyre, though, a new defensive coordinator.
But that was one of the 5 games on that schedule where you looked at and you're like, okay, this might be trouble. But after watching them last night, they don't look like trouble. They don't look like a problem at all.
Army looks like they would beat the brakes. They're go Army beat Navy. Looks like
so,
it's about to happen.
Army beat MTSU 42-0, and now BYU
Army beat the brakes off.
BYU
MTSU.
beat Navy 55. It should have been BYU versus Army, and then Navy versus MTSU. That would have been better.
That would have been better. Wowzers! I still am honestly. I'm not going to lie to you. I never thought that.
But
BYU's running backs were going to rush for 212 yards,
300,
4 touchdowns.
301.
Oh no, it was Tyler Alexander. I'm sorry, Tyler Alexander, or what was his name?
Algier.
I think, that's it.
Something like that.
I knew it was something. I can't, dude. I know. I hate to say this. Let's be real. I start drinking when I get home. Okay, so whatever they're saying on the TV screen, I actually turn it down really low because I have this woman named Honey who I love dearly yapping in my ear and two dogs while I'm watching this football game. And I'm not going to lie to you. When Bill Belichick did come on, though, I'm not going to lie to you. I paused it and was like, is that Bill Belichick? I was like, dude, am I hearing things? And then like, yeah, dude, and I played it back. That was actually really the best part, except for all I kept doing this during that game. Yeah, because I was having so much fun because, man, BYU was easy. I had the Padres also last night. They scored one run in the bottom of the ninth inning to win that game.
So BYU week 2 go. They have to play Army now.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Well, not week 2. I don't know if it's.
It's not week
whatever,
2. It's the week. It's actually.
Yeah, it's
week
probably.
3.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. The next time
2
they
weeks.
Play.
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. Yes, that's actually going to be. Wow, that's going to be fun. I can't wait to see that one. By the way, I will also have to say, Memphis and Houston play in 3 weeks. That's another thing to mention real quick. They play Houston. Houston, is there anything, Mr. Gabe Kuhn, that gives you any concern about this team? Last year they were bad. This year I expected them to be bad. They didn't have their player play last year.
Can we just shoot it straight?
Okay. Yeah.
Holgorsen, Dana Holgorsen.
Dana, yeah.
That has been a
just like
that
his
whole
hair,
experiment
a disaster.
has been a disaster. What do you expect out of Houston this year? Do you even know who's going to be playing quarterback for them?
Nope.
De'Aaron King. They sat him down last year to play, and he transferred.
And he leaves. Hey,
He's like, I'm not.
Dude,
This is
next
stupid.
year we're going to be awesome. This year we stink, so we're going to like save you for next year. And then you know what? Like through the middle of the year, he's like, "Hey, I just want you to know something, Coach. I'm bouncing." You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, do you think his last hair fell out? Like, and by the way,
no, he's got a few left. You know, I'm actually good friends with his.
Three of them.
It was actually
combs over.
So
is it 3, 4?
3 or 4. It's the sort of Charlie Brown.
Who do you have more respect for? The mullet and my man down at Oklahoma State,
though?
Or do you like the Houston Cougars, who's also not too far down the road from? You go from Oklahoma to Texas. They're in the same region, you know what I mean?
You have to hear something funny about this.
Go ahead.
I'm good friends with Dana Holgorsen's nephew, Clay Holgorsen. He's I'm always in a fantasy league with him, played with him here. He ended up transferring to East Mississippi, then Northwestern State in Louisiana. So I had a tweet one day. I was like, oh, my gosh. Dana Holgorsen's just been an unmitigated disaster at Houston. So Clay texts me. Clay goes, What are you talking about, man? Like, why are you saying this? I said, man, like, change my mind. Like, explain why he isn't. Clay's good with me now. But I thought that was hilarious that his nephew immediately started texting me. As soon as I tweeted about what he has been at Houston. And they're paying him a lot of money, man. He's the highest paid coach in the AAC.
Money. By the way, let me just tell you something. Let's just be real. This is a Houston team that if Memphis doesn't roll like they're going out of style, I'm going to be absolutely shocked. And I will tell you something. I know it's early in the season, and every coach is going to tell you there's no more improvement between week 1 and week 2. You know what I'm saying? I know that, okay? Memphis is going to get better as well. I firmly believe that. And I also firmly believe that there's no chance that Navy has a shot at them.
Know what else I firmly believe?
What?
That there will be more freaking postponements. Temple this morning, their coach announced, Rod Carey announced that the opener that they have scheduled versus Navy, originally scheduled for September 26th, it is moved to October 10th.
Whoa.
A few weeks it's been moved back, so the opener, Temple Navy, has been moved to October 10th.
Well, you know, there was who else? Somebody moved a week back, and I think it was Tulane. Who's Tulane playing? I can't believe. Like, I was going to talk about that later on. I got it written down somewhere, and now you got me frantically looking for it. Did you see that?
Tulane.
I
haven't seen anything about Tulane today.
Here it is. Oklahoma State Tulane opener has been pushed back a week because Not because Coach Gundy needs to cut his hair.
COVID-19 is my guess.
Nope, because yes, the COVID or the Rona.
You said nope.
Well, yes. I mean, if we're in the South, we call it the Rona, okay?
Get it right.
The Rona has taken a little hold of, let's be real, it's taken a hold of Tulsa, they said. So Tulsa is being pushed back. Their opener is being pushed back a week versus Oklahoma State. So we'll see how that works out. Again, that's why I think that they made those seasons with those extra buys, blah, blah, blah. And I hope it does work out, actually.
Of course.
I mean, this is something that, honestly, in my personal opinion, I want so bad. The NFL is also starting on Thursday. Again, I told you, Texans play the Chiefs September 10th. Patrick Mahomes got a fat contract. Deshaun Watson got a fat contract. Is Dak Prescott going to get a fat contract? Well, guess what? We're going to talk about that on the other side. We're also going to talk tons of NFL. Oh, my goodness. And my man Clayton Collier, he did an article. I'm going to mention about it. We were going to wrap with him, but he, of course, the life of a reporter. He's a very busy man. But it's going to be hard for me to talk a lot about it because it's a very difficult subject, but I think it's something important to mention. So I'll talk about that at 2 as well. But we're going to get deep up in some fantasy stuff as well. We got, oh my goodness, so much going on. Dustin Johnson, you are the great one. Not, let's be honest, I would never call you Mr. Paulina Gretzky. We have NBA basketball, which is very, very important, by the way. We're going to rap about that. It's my Lakers. Gabe asked me, did I answer the question? The third question. And the last thing. Technically, I guess I didn't say the words, yeah, I'm worried about my pick. What I'm trying to tell you is, heck yes, I'm worried about my pick. Yo, I'm scared to death. Again, Russell Westbrook, if he didn't play for the Lakers in a Rockets uniform, they lose game 2. You know what I mean? Like, he saved me. And by the way, Rajon Rondo, you make a man plus 28 in 28 minutes, you're sorry. What's up, Russell Westbrook? I'll be back in 2 shakes. We're going to be talking, oh my goodness, National Football League. We got stuff going off on Thursday. Plus, we got some crazy information. But no, I will not be talking about OBJ until 2:30. Make sure you stay locked and loaded because Harden will be up very soon. But never forget, Chad Gatlin, MemphisFarmers.com. That's MemphisFarmers.com. We'll be back on Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Take Sports 56 with you on your phone or tablet. Download our official Sports 56 app today.
Frontier Western Store is open and ready to serve you for all your needs in boots, apparel, pet food, and more. Frontier is proud to be a local leader here in the Mid-South when it comes to boots. Stop by the store today for an incredible selection of name brand work and dress boots. Come browse aisles and aisles of top quality boots at everyday low prices in our world famous boot showroom. Dan Post, Rocky, Durango, Twisted X, Georgia, Ariat, and many more. There are so many styles, colors, and fits available, you might need a hand picking out your favorites. Luckily, Frontier's knowledgeable sales staff will cheerfully assist you with any questions you have and ensure the proper fit of your new boots. Frontier also has an amazing selection of jeans and shirts by Wrangler, Ariat, and Carhartt, as well as a fully stocked women's boutique department with thousands of tops and dresses at unbelievable prices. New arrivals often. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Gilman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated since 1967.
I'm here with the outstanding team from Lexus of Memphis at 2600 Ridgeway. They're online at lexusofmemphis.com. Gary, tell everyone how they can experience the Lexus of Memphis satisfaction.
Come in and be a part of our family at Lexus of Memphis. Experience the customer service that we provide to each guest like a member of our own family. If you're on the side of the road and you need us, we're there. If you need help with anything with your car, technology, Bluetooth, the app suite, we have a dedicated team to help you with this in your journey with your Lexus.
That's how they do it at Lexus of Memphis.
I almost never go to Central Barbecue without running into somebody I know.
That could be because you only eat at Central Barbecue.
It's because Central Barbecue is where Memphians go to get barbecue and has consistently been voted the most popular barbecue restaurant among locals.
Actually, that's really saying something.
I know. Memphis is the nation's capital of barbecue. With all the choices, people who live here go to Central Barbecue.
They do get their share of tourists.
Sure, because Central Barbecue has been mentioned on TV and in tons of national publications. You know why?
Because of the great food?
Because those TV shows and magazines look for the place where the locals go, and that, my friend, is Central Barbecue.
It's the Summer of Performance event at Acura of Memphis. Acura's entire lineup sets the luxury and performance standard, like the award-winning sedan, the Acura TLX, or the 3-row 7-passenger SUV, the Acura MDX, or Acura of Memphis's top-selling luxury crossover, the Acura RDX. Aggressive pricing, customized lease options, and low financing rates are at Acura of Memphis. Don't miss these deals. Visit AcuraofMemphis.com.
You have to be up in 5 hours, 2 hours, 6 minutes. And when you hear, you realize that you haven't slept a wink. That's why there's ZzzQuil Pure Z's, a drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin, so you can fall asleep naturally with no next-day grogginess. It's available in both liquid and gummies, tastes great, and is non-habit forming. Pick up ZzzQuil Pure Z's from the sleep experts at Vicks ZzzQuil. ZzzQuil Pure Z's, naturally superior sleep. Available at retailers near you.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Thick and thin, I'm your pusher man. I'm your pusher man.
Yo, 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 welcome into Little Sports 56 Happy Hour, your good buddy Johnny Radio, your pusher man, that is me. Man, I got some NFL action to push all over you. Gabe Kuhn at G_Kuhn71, check him out. Don't forget, we're chilling in the Family Leisure Studios. Family and fun come together, 2120 Witten Road, just north of I-40. And don't forget to check us out at Sports56 WHBQ, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Instagram. But I got to tell you this. Very importante. Mr. DeAndre Baker, shockingly, it takes a lot to release a first-round draft pick. It really does. You know, if you're the Giants, you got to be thinking to yourself, damn, first-round pick. Dude goes and robs somebody. Man, what's up? But guess what? Did you know he got released today?
Sure did. And also, last year, he's just not overly good. I think that's another thing.
That's a good point. But, dude,
it's like
bank robbery, armed robbery, you're kind of...
Bank? You said bank robbery?
I'm sorry.
Armed robbery.
Baker is a robber. I mean, like, what do you call it? Armed robbery? You always think, I don't know why, I just think of a bank. When you go into a basically
aggravated robbery, whatever.
What do you call it? When you go into a beautiful home that's having like an illegal poker game or whatever,
and you have a gun and you
rob people,
and
you have a gun and you
that's
rob
armed
people.
Robbery.
Yeah, armed robbery. Sorry, not bank robbery, but there was a huge bank, I'm sure, up in that house. Now, I still don't know what's going to happen with DeAndre Baker, and Giants basically said, "Peace." Can't believe it. First round pick out now. I also got to tell you something. Did you see what DeAndre Hopkins got? Oh, my goodness. He gets a big boy contract extension. Arizona doesn't think you slow. Arizona don't think you stink. $54.5 million. $42.75 guaranteed. Broke it going. What could he get? Gout? Still get $42 million. DeAndre Hopkins. How you like me now? Hey, Bill O'Brien. Dude, I know you gave DeAndre Hopkins. I know you got rid of DeAndre Hopkins, and you go out there and you pay Deshaun Watson a ton of money to kind of make him happy after you just really screwed that whole thing up. But I just want to ask you a question. Why did you give your quarterback so much money if you didn't give him any weapons? Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, what are the Jets going to do with Sam Darnold? They can hand the ball to Le'Veon Bell, throw the ball to Le'Veon Bell. They got a bunch of fans who are going to be wearing Jets uniforms playing wide receiver and tight end this year for them. I mean, it's embarrassing.
Do you think this has anything to do with how well he's been in preseason camp? Dude, how well he's been playing in preseason
unequivocally,
camp?
I think they saw that the pro that DeAndre Hopkins is. He's 28 years old. Kyler Murray, being a young buck that he is, needs a veteran like I think DeAndre Hopkins to also, because Kyler Murray, if you can't tell, let's be real. I know I talked about Danny Dimes for the New York Giants. I think that Danny Dimes is actually going to be okay with the Giants. I'm shockingly surprised. Kyler Murray was pretty good. For as small as he is, even in the National Football League, he reminds me of Warwick Dunn with the way he's he avoids big collisions is what I'm saying. Warwick Dunn was such a small dude. In the National Football League, he'd hop, he'd jump, and a guy would come to knock his head off, and he'd literally go matrix and go sideways and take a lot off the blow. I'm like, he was bad to the bone at doing that. I see the same thing out of Kyler Murray, and it's like he's got eyes in the back of his head. He can feel the rush extremely well. He doesn't take the big hit. He's very accurate with the football, and when he has a lane, look, Russell Wilson proved you can take that non-step drop in the National Football League if you got a big arm. Kyler Murray has a big arm like Russell Wilson. I'm not saying he's Russell Wilson, but you give him a weapon like DeAndre Hopkins. You got a coach in Cliff Kingsbury. They're expecting
still have
him to
Christian Kirk and Larry Fitzgerald on the roster?
Dude, yeah. You got Fitz, who's a super pro. You have Hopkins, who's a super pro. And you got the young buck back there. I feel like this is a whole learning. Let me help you go to the entire future. And I don't know, man. I think it's a smart move. And I think people are going to laugh when I say this. I know that Sean McVay is the smartest person in the entire world. Don't get me wrong. He's a genius. I also know that when you go and you look at the NFC West, Arizona is going to have to compete with not just Sean McVay's Rams, not just Jimmy Pornstar, Superstar, and the 49ers and Mr. George Kittle. And, man, John Lynch's defense that he's got going. But also, you have Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll and the Seattle Seahawks. But I will say this. Is there a tougher division in football than that one? I know when you look at the AFC West as well, you see Kansas City, and they are a beast. But, man, the Chargers with T-Mobile, I don't know, Las Vegas Raiders, John Gruden, Carr, Denver Broncos, I've never believed in John Elway since, he had Peyton Manning's left.
NFC West, man.
The AFC West.
The NFC West, though,
is the best, though.
You have to give it to them.
It is,
you have
right?
4 teams that could compete against most everybody in the NFL. Also, in between the two sort of storylines you just brought, you had DeAndre Baker, right, get released because of an incident. You had DeAndre Hopkins getting a big extension. Somewhere in between there, Kareem Hunt. The Browns gave Kareem Hunt a 2-year, $13 million extension. Plenty of people know he got released from the Chiefs after an incident where he hit a woman in the face, and it was on camera.
TV, bro.
And he also kicked her. It was bad. And then also he ended up with this was January 21st. He was pulled over by police, found with a small amount of marijuana, and he was speeding. He was only cited for speeding, so that wasn't that big a deal. But this is a guy who's definitely been caught in some drama in his young NFL career, but he did just get an extension from the Browns, 2 years, $13 million, 8.5 guaranteed.
Well, I feel like the Browns like to wade their drama. You know what I'm saying? Look at their superstar wide receiver. He loves drama. He's had hot women do a little yayo. Have you ever heard of a hot Carl? Wait till 2:30.
You will. You will.
Wait.
Even if you don't want to know what it is, John will tell you later.
Yeah, you're gonna find out about it. But if you want to go ahead, go in Urban Dictionary, that bad boy. Now I will tell you this:
don't go to YouTube.
We are coming back into Shakes of Lambsdale, and I love all of y'all, but there's nobody that I respect more than Chad Gatlin at MemphisFarmers.com. Chad Gatlin, MemphisFarmers.com. Give him a call, 901-235-1176. That's 901-235-1176. We're going to be right back. Oh, my goodness. Hardwood is going to be oh so good today. Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdingers. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdingers, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdingers offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
Progressive Motorcycle presents
Road Wisdom from the Motor.
The road is everything you want it to be.
Everything.
As long as what you want is road.
To ride your motorcycle on.
Progressive Motorcycle also presents basic policy starting at $75 a year. Progressive Motorcycle, for those who were born to ride. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy is not available in all states.
If you need glass replaced, there's only one name you need to know. Ben Swinger Glass, the largest full-service glass company in the U.S. They've been an industry leader for over 125 years. For all your residential, commercial, or auto glass needs, Ben Swinger Glass is the name you need to know. 24-hour emergency service for all commercial customers, plus a nationwide warranty on all professionally installed glass. 2 Memphis locations, one in Midtown, on Hollywood Street across from the Liberty Bowl, and one in Cordova, off Germantown Parkway next to the Fox and Hound. Visit their website, benswingerglass.com. Ben Swinger Glass.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. As well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere on your phone or tablet by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, tell Google or Alexa to play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned to real sports talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
DeSoto Auto Sales specializes in late model cars with low mileage. They have the highest standards in the car industry. All of their cars are test-driven, checked out from head to toe. Unlimited inventory, every make and model. And if it's not on the lot, they'll find it for you. Walk in the door of DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Within 45 minutes, you can test your car, get credit approval, and finish paperwork within an hour. No shortcuts at DeSoto Auto Sales. Kind, courteous employees, a down-home environment. DeSoto Auto Sales cares about your time. Lowest prices in a 350-mile radius. We're living in a world today where time does matter. Visit them online. Check out their referrals. DeSotoAutosales.com. Very proud to serve DeSoto County and other surrounding areas. DeSoto Auto Sales, 5704 Goodman Road. Call 662-890-7184. 662-890-7184. Come on down to DeSoto Auto Sales.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Here we go. On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. And how could you not be happy? The Tigers have got to win. That's right, first win of the year, beat Arkansas State. You know what else? We got football, Texans, Chiefs, Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes. Can't get better than that. Thursday night, September 10th, going down for real. We've got NFL news. We've got, though, baseball that's going down also for real. Congratulations to Dustin Johnson. Dude, $18 million in 3 weeks. That puts him up now to the third most. He's made the third most amount of money in the history of the sport. And it takes his average to per hole when he plays. When he goes up and tees up a hole, he averages $3,982. It's not bad, is it? Like, that's just one hole. When your round's over, you made a really, really damn good day.
I'd say it's pretty good, you know?
Ooh.
Not just not bad, but
yeah,
I wish I got $3,000 per show. That would be cool.
Dude, could you imagine? Wouldn't you love to come and hang out with me? Instead of kind of like it. You're like, I get paid. I get paid. So speaking of things, though, I got to bring this up because I'm a baseball. I'm a big time baseball. You know that I love baseball. For all my baseball people out there, 67129, hit me up again. We talked with Mr. Jonathan last week, bowling, and I don't know. Did you see over the weekend? I retweeted it. Did you see it by any chance?
What?
Kansas City made the roster moves where they brought up Mr. Jonathan Bolin. That's right. They added him to their alternative site. It's official. They actually put it out.
Who had it first? That's the real question.
Yeah, we had it first, by the way. But, man, when they put it on their official Twitter yesterday and they tweeted it out, I got so stoked. I retweeted it. I'm very happy for him. Congratulations, Jonathan. We wish you the best. But I got to say something. While there's all kinds of amazing things going on, like Vladimir Guerrero Jr., believe it or not, got his first career steal ever last night. Did you know that?
Ever?
You
mean in his professional, his minors and professional career, right?
Yes.
I was gonna say.
Dude,
ever.
No, well, I mean, I'm just talking about.
Yeah.
baseball.
I get you.
But dude, he's been playing with Toronto for a little while, man. And I'm sorry, would you think he's that slow? I mean, he's got beautiful hair. He's got a mean swing. He likes to trot out of the box. But I just look at him and feel like if he wants to take off, like he could. I just feel like he's chilling. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, when I watched him take off and take his first steal, I realized that's the best jump in the history of the world, and that's why he should never, ever try another steal attempt again. He caught the pitcher off guard. He caught the catcher off guard. Vlad Guerrero Jr. may have gotten his only steal he will ever have.
His dad used to swipe a few bags in his day, right?
Dude,
a little bit.
Dude,
not toward the end of his career.
By the way, dude, his dad's legs, he was basically like the way that his knees came in, the way he ran and was so long and lanky. His dad was the worst bad pitch hitter in all of baseball history. You could bounce a ball. He might have been the greatest. He could have played cricket, I'm telling you. Vlad would have been the greatest cricket player in the world. Dude, I've seen the ball bounce off the ground and him hit it. Dead serious. That's not a joke. You can look it up. But his son, Vlad would hit a ball a foot off the plate outside. He would slap it down right field. There'd be one inside on him. He'd step out of the box and pull it and hook it around the deadgum left field wall. Dude, he was so amazing. I love him. But he had a great arm, but as a runner, no, he wasn't very fleet of foot. His son is even worse.
But I remember there was a point in his career where he could go a little bit, right?
You know, like a year.
Or am I remembering incorrectly?
Yeah, you're remembering. Dude, Vlad had he was crafty.
I would be willing to bet he had like a 20-plus stolen base season.
I bet you never stole 20 bases a season. No. You look it up. I'm over here doing a job.
Me too, buddy.
No, that's true. That's a good point.
No, look at this.
I knew
2001, 37 stolen bases.
No way.
2002, 40.
You're lying.
Not kidding at all.
He only had 181 career stolen bases. His entire career.
Yeah, and then 01 and 02, it looked like he balled out.
Dude,
and then all the other years, all the other good
2,
years.
4, 2, 5, 2, 15, 13,
15,
9.
Yeah.
And he had 40 stolen bases.
I remember at one point, I'm telling you.
What did I do that year? In 2001, 2002, what
You're
was
twiddling
I
your
doing?
thumbs, man.
Oh, no, I was working at Alfred's. That's what it was.
Oh.
I was probably drinking way too much.
Yeah, getting some good breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, I was working
over
too
at
hard
Platinum
at the,
Plus.
Dude, hey, the church was up. I was there. Okay, you got to go and do you got to go and just you know what I'm saying. Take care of people. But no, I can't believe that you actually are right on that. I would have bet you were wrong that he never stole 20 bags in a year. But I will tell you something. 2 years in a row, 2001, 2002, he went 37 and 40. Before that, his most ever was 14 in a season. After that, his most ever was 15 in a season. His average after that was 4.
Yeah. I mean, again, toward the end of his career, there was nothing.
Now, the funniest
2.5,
thing is
2.42.
The year he stole 40 bags, he also got caught 20 times. The year he stole, again, there's also a year he stole 4 bags and was caught 5 times. He stole 5. I mean, dude, he was caught 94 times for 181 stolen bases. That's a horrible damn percentage. I know you're crafty, Vlad. And I know, in 2001 and 2002, you thought you were fast. But in 2007, you shouldn't have been stealing jack, yo. Anyway, I bring that up, and I guess basically the main reason I brought up basically Toronto baseball, um,
No, you brought up his son.
or
Stealing
his
bag.
son. Well, his son stole a bag, and that is kind of big news. But do you know who their best hitter is right now this year? And I think Bichette is their best player. Bo Bichette, by the way. Like I don't know if you know who that is. Do you know who I'm talking about at
Of course, I know Bo Bichette.
Okay, well, he's injured right
Junior.
now.
It's a junior,
Bo Bichette
right?
Jr.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's a little bit injured right now. But it's Teoscar Hernandez. He's their best hitter this year. Let's just be real. I call him Jose Hernandez. A lot of people call him Jose. It's a lot easier than Tuscar or whatever. I don't even know what they call him, to tell you the truth. But that's his first name. You know who he is. He's their best hitter. He's batting cleanup for him right now. He is balling out this year. In this year's season, okay? He has 14 home runs, second in baseball, 27 RBIs. He's got 5 stolen bases. He's batting .308. They have a .358 on base percentage with him, and he's got an OPS of 995. Now, let me tell you something. They've lost Bo Bichette. They've now lost Mr. Hernandez. Is there any chance that, is Toronto basically what I would call dead in the water? Oh, you don't do baseball.
No, I do, but you tell me. I think you know more than me.
Unequivocally. Well, listen, right now they're 4.5 back of the Tampa Bay Rays. The Yankees look like they are the walking injured. They need to fire whoever is their trainer.
That's what I was right.
Like I've never seen a team with more injuries in my entire life. than
And
the
it's been,
Yankees.
what's it, the past 2 or 3 years? 2 years for sure.
2 years that Aaron Boone has been there. He can't call up anybody. And by the way, Gary Sanchez, has the lowest batting average in all of baseball. Yes, he had a golden sombrero on Saturday, hit a grand slam, but struck out 11 times over the weekend, and Boone pulled him finally on Monday. Said he's going to take a breather maybe Monday, Tuesday, maybe even Wednesday. Who knows? But, bro, Gary Sanchez can't even play.
Their lineup at the moment
when
is
they've
not
got
even
everybody
recognizable.
Injured. They've got everybody injured, and you can't even get Gary Sanchez to play. That's what I'm saying. Aaron Boone is not
Best
having a
player
good
right now is
year.
Luke Voigt right now. Best hitter in the lineup.
Dude, Luke Voigt
by
playing
far.
first base. Your buddy went to high school.
Yeah.
Yes, he's right now by far their best hitter, and that's crazy. Gleyber Torres was doing it for a while. Now he's cold as ice. It is crazy what's happened with the New York Yankees. I want you to think about this. They've lost 4 consecutive games. 3 of them were to Baltimore. Okay, just to remind you of that. Now, this is a team that's gone 3-7 their last 10. They are now 21-20. So what I'm trying to say is the reason I bring up Toronto losing Hernandez, the reason I bring up Bo Bichette missing so many games, you are right now actually in the playoff hunt. You're in the playoff hunt. I mean, you got Athletics who look amazing. You got the Indians who are doing their thing. The White Sox aren't playing this year. And dadgummit, the Twins are for real. But Tampa Bay and the second team out of the East should be able to make it. It could be the Toronto Blue Jays. But this is crazy to say it. The New York Yankees, I don't think, have enough pitching. They don't have enough bodies. Aaron Boone can't, in this crazy year, I mean, you got Gary Sanchez batting like $140. I don't know what to do if you're Aaron Boone. In New York, again, who are you going to, ask Paxton, Happ, Montgomery? Aroldis Chapman's coming back from an injury? I'm just telling you, the Yankees aren't the Yankees. The Orioles they're 19-21, while the Yankees are 21-20. They're 1.5 games back of the Yankees. The Red Sox are the worst team in the American League at 14-28. It looks like the Rays are going to take this jaunt. But this is my question basically to all of y'all. If you're Tampa Bay, if you're the Toronto Blue Jays, and it's been a while since you've been good, it's been a long time since you've done a dead gum thing, would you go for it this year? Would you try to get, Bichette's hitting off a tee, they say. He's supposedly coming back. You got Vlad. You need Hernandez back. You need that bat so bad it's not funny. You got Biggio doing his thing. You got a lot of positive things going for you. Is this a year when you see so much trouble with the Yankees that you actually tell your general manager to put the foot on the gas and go out there? And I know the trade deadline is coming past, but this is pro baseball. We saw Billy Hamilton. He got picked up, you know what I'm saying, by the Cubs off the free agent, the waiver wire. There's going to be paid people on the waiver wire. Are you spending money if you're Toronto this year? I say, heck, yes, you are. Gabe, what says you?
This is a short year. I mean,
it's an expanded playoff field.
There's so many people, so many teams that you would think would go for it all. I'm not
agree.
sure that the Blue Jays are going to be able to be a team that lasts. But especially in their division right now, like I don't know, like the Yankees in this short season with all these injuries, it seems like they're about done.
They're getting, they're falling completely
unless they
to
get one of those bats, if not two of those bats back in the lineup. I just don't see them competing.
Dude, we were talking about the beginning of the year, DJ LeMahieu, hitting 400. When you don't have anybody behind you, you find out that, when people are actually pitching around you and you're the best hitter who's leading off, I hate to say this, but it's not as easy to hit 400.
Also,
LeMahieu's dropped to, 362.
Do you not want to – the other thing I wanted to do here, because I know you talk Braves a lot, turn your
Oh,
attention
my
to the
God.
Braves. Max Fried on the IL now. Like, what you think that they're kicking themselves for not doing anything at the deadline, going to get some more pitching?
Dude, do you not remember how bad I went off on Alex?
I do. I remember.
Okay.
That was not too. That was late last week.
I feel almost like it's beating a dead horse. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, I think Alex has completely messed up this year's Braves team, messed up their opportunity completely. They have the cheapest superstar in all of sports. Actually, two of them, in Freddie Freeman and Ronald Acuna. Two of the best deals in all of baseball for one of the top 5 first basemen, one of the top 5 left-handed hitters in baseball, dude who makes contacts, who had a couple grand slams over last weekend. Yeah, they were his first, but he's only hit 265 home runs in his career. He's balling. Freddie Freeman, Ronald Acuna Jr. looks like a dead-gum superstar, and you're in first place in the East. You got Ian Anderson. Ian Anderson, who's 22 years old. Who was your 5? You lost Mike Soroka already. You sent away Mike Fulton-Awevich and said, peace, hasta mañana. Don't think we need you. Messed his head up completely. Sean Newcomb can't throw a dead-gum strike. Like, let's be real. You're going to depend on Cole Hamels coming back? Is that the game plan with Alex right now? Hey, man, maybe we'll get a 50-year-old to come back healthy.
When I saw Max Fried was on the IL this morning, it was like, okay, the Braves, you can have as good of a lineup as you want, but if you
By
cannot,
the way, I didn't even mention Ozzy Albies has also been out for weeks.
If you can't pitch, I don't know what they're going to do.
Any pitcher.
I mean,
Max
they're
Fried
still
is
in a
out.
decent
Their
position.
best pitchers are gone.
They're still in a
Mike
decent
Soroka,
position, but they
Max
don't.
Fried, done.
Is there any? Do you have any hope that they can actually last in a playoff series against a team with decent pitching? No.
Dude, okay, you're going to laugh at me when I say this. If their hopes are that Felix Hernandez and Cole Hamels somehow come off the injured list for the playoff run and are your workhorses, let me tell you something, Ian Anderson's going to be a better choice. The Braves are a joke. The Braves are an embarrassment.
Still first in the NL East, though.
Well, you know what? When you're hitting the baseball, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a dead gum shame. It's going to be a dead gum shame that Alex didn't do anything. It reminds me of all those years with the St. Louis Cardinals. I used to get so mad at John Mozeliak for not spending some money and going getting a little bit of help. Always depending on the farm system. Yes, the farm system has delivered many a times, but heck, the Cardinals, by the way, they've been playing good baseball of late. Yes, they lost yesterday, but the way they beat up on the Cubbies, that was kind of sweet, I'm sure. And also, I just look at the National League right now with Atlanta. I'm going to ask you a question. Let's be real. Outside of the Chicago Cubs and, of course, the Los Angeles Dodgers, is it the Padres that are the third best team? Is it Slam Diego? Because I think it is. Unequivocally. I don't even think there's a question. I think that you add, Clevenger to that one. Plus you have, DL, who's throwing like like a number one starter. I like him. I like Machado. I mean, Machado's playing a mean third base. And Fernando Tatis is the best shortstop I've ever seen. And you got the best left side of a defense. I mean, you got Manny Machado playing third and Fernando Tatis Jr. playing short. That is nasty. Eric Hosmer doing his thing. I'm just telling you right now, people, you better watch out. This Padres team, they are absolutely no joke. And I don't care what anybody says. You can watch them, and yes, they might not win the division because dadgummit, the Dodgers are so unbelievable. But is there more fun of a team than watching a Jurickson Profar and a Will Myers and a Trent Grisham, Fernando Tatis, Manny Machado, Jank Cornworth? They're second baseman, first baseman, depends on what Eric Hosmer is doing that day, or Jurickson Profar, the way that they go in and out. Trevor Rosenthal comes over. Drew Pomeranz, who played in Collierville and in Ole Miss, he's pitching over in San Diego. He's basically their, he goes and gets the hold in the eighth inning. They got a fascinating team, man. I like Austin Nola, Mitch Moreland. I like this team. And I'll tell you one thing. I can't think of very many teams in all of baseball that want to meet them in the postseason. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, they just have, with Fernando Tatis Jr., have you seen anybody who has more, like, he just enjoys playing baseball? Then you got Manny Machado, it seems like, who's feeding off the young kid. And then you have Jurickson Profar, who just is also another dude with a huge smile and a lot of joy to the game, hanging out in the bullpen. Eric Hosmer does his thing. It just seems like Will Myers, it just seems like there's not many teams that are enjoying playing baseball as much as as the San Diego Padres, including Mookie Betts and the Los Angeles Dodgers, who look like the best team in all of baseball. But how many times do we see in baseball the best team in the regular season doesn't win all the glory, doesn't win the World Series? And I will say this, I see it all the time. And this year, I could see Manny Machado, Fernando Tatis, Mike Clevenger. I could see them pulling some crazy stuff off. I could see Trevor Rosenthal rising from the dead and getting the last out in the World Series of this crazy 2020. Now, I'll also tell y'all, we got football coming up. Texans, Chiefs, September 10th. I got to talk about Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson. I told y'all a little bit about what's going down with DeAndre Hopkins getting his extension. Arizona, man, you got Fitzgerald. You got DeAndre Hopkins on the outside, and you got a young quarterback in Kyler Murray. They are committed to this young kid, make sure that he has the weapons and the mature weapons to help him grow in their offense. It's interesting to see what Cliff Kingsbury in Arizona is going to do, but I will tell you again, Texans, Chiefs, September 10th. It's going down for real. NFL's happening. Tigers already got a win. Last night, BYU, Gabe Kuhn gave everybody a win last night, 55-3. It was so deadgum easy. What will be hard is what we talk about on the other side. Coming up next, Hardwood. Because, yes, it does feel so good. But there are certain people out there who are weird. I've heard of certain terms like golden balloons, or what is it, a golden parachute for when you retire? Then I've also heard of certain freaks who like golden showers or something. And then you hear about this weird thing called a hot car, and you don't know what it is. And then you Google it and you see OBJ, and you don't see him making a one-handed catch. It messes you up. So let me tell you something. Hardwood, OBJ, and yes, this crazy guy named Carl. But before we get to that, I got to remind you, without my man Bill at 901-406-1101, that's 901-406-1101, that's 901-406-1101, I wouldn't be here. Give him a call, because guess what? He'll buy any house, any area, as is, Literally as simple as that. All you do is call 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, write that bad boy down. When it's time to sell your house, bing, bang, boom, guaranteed to close in 5 days. I just sold your house for you. Call Bill at I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. Coming up next, well, I already said enough about OBJ. We also have basketball to talk about. I don't have anything about Nicole Young today, Dr. Dre's ex-wife, who's getting $2 million a month in child support. Man. By the way, but Gabe told me he's worth, what, $800 million? So $2 million a month, if you're worth $800 million, like, does that put a big dent in your spending habits? Like, I would just feel like, I'm sorry, $2 million, like, off the top of each month.
Well, when you talk about a net worth, you sort of have to think about what he has in actual sort of liquid asset, what he has actually in cash, right?
Yeah.
So I bet it cuts into a little bit of his spending. Not a lot. I'm sure. I don't think he's hurting.
So here's what he does. Here's Dre. Here's Dre. Yo, first guy comes up. Everybody getting some Dom Perignon. He's like, nah, man, Cristal. Nah, man, we're going Cristal tonight. It's $20 cheaper a bottle. But he's still drinking champagne, baby. And it ain't, what is it, J. Roget? Have you ever seen that stuff? Oh, my goodness. I'm an idiot. I'll be back. Hardwood is coming next on Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Check out Dave Voloshin and Brett Norsworthy with Sports Time on Sports 56. Weekdays from 3 to 6 on Sports 56, 96.1 FM and 87.7 FM.
At Jason's Deli, you can stuff yourself full of great deli food that's healthy, fresh, and best of all, it's not expensive. Jason's Deli is all about choice. Whether you're looking for a gluten-free menu, vegetarian sandwiches, healthy kids' meals, or if you'd like to invent your sandwich via the build-your-own selections, Jason's Deli has you covered. And they only use fresh, wholesome ingredients. Choose from the club and specialty sandwiches, paninis, wraps, soups, salads, pastas, and much more. I love the cleanliness in the restaurant, the hospitality, and of course the cost. They have a huge salad bar and great soups, including Southwest chicken chili, fire roasted tortilla, organic vegetable, tomato basil, and many, many more. And if you're planning an event, their catering department is fantastic and can handle any size party. Go check out Jason's Deli's 4 locations. On Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, that's my favorite, on Germantown Parkway in Cordova, at Poplar and Highland, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
If you need glass replaced, there's only one name you need to know. Ben Swinger Glass, the largest full-service glass company in the U.S. They've been an industry leader for over 125 years. For all your residential, commercial, or auto glass needs, Ben Swinger Glass is the name you need to know. 24-hour emergency service for all commercial customers, plus a nationwide warranty on all professionally installed glass. 2 Memphis locations, one in Midtown, on Hollywood Street across from the Liberty Bowl, and one in Cordova, off Germantown Parkway next to the Fox and Hound. Visit their website, benswingerglass.com. Ben Swinger Glass.
Hi, this is Rob Brown. Join Pete Cordelli and me for Sidelines Saturday mornings, 8 to 10 a.m. on Sports 56, 87.7, and 96.1 FM. We'll cover the Memphis Tigers, the SEC, recruiting. Hey, if they keep score, we're covering it. Check us out on the website at sports56whbq.com and sidelines.live. Sidelines is brought to you by Duncan Williams Asset Management. Saturday mornings, 8 to 10 a.m. Get up and give us a call.
Commitment, dedication, perseverance. At FedEx, our people are our strength. Even during these unprecedented times, we are delivering medical supplies, test kits, and the things you need every day. Helping the world move forward together. Strength, what we deliver by delivering. FedEx.
Chad Gatlin is your Mid-South Farmers agent, and he's easy to find. Just go to memphisfarmers.com to get a fast quote or call his office at 901-237-1176. And during this wild time we're all facing, know Chad has you covered. Whether you need to file a claim, get a quote, or just talk about what he can do to give you the absolute best coverage at the best price. Chad is a Memphis man and knows the area and that everyone is different, and he will work to make sure you have everything you need and nothing you don't. Get a fast quote at memphisfarmers.com or call 901-235-1176.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129. Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here. Kick it.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Gold and shackles, ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train. You know you
bound to wind up dead. You don't head back to Tennessee, Jed. By the way, speaking of that, thank you, Jerry, for bringing it in. I miss you, Jerry. Rest in peace. The only thing that we all have in common is we're all going to die. Sad but true. So you know what that means? Get life insurance. Make sure you have your family an opportunity to just start off with some steady footing. Can you imagine passing, losing your job? Most people have their life insurance with their job. Guess what? For pennies a day, you go to memphisfarmers.com, check out their life insurance policy, check out their car policy, check out their home, their renters, auto, life, everything. And tell my man Chad Gatlin I said, what's up? That's memphisfarmers.com. 901-235-1176. That's 901-235-1176. Let's go to Hardenwood, baby.
This is Access Hardenwood.
Welcome into Little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am Johnny Radio. That is Gabe Kuhn. And we got some wacky stuff to talk about, let's say. First and foremost, I would love to start somewhere else. Like Leonard Fournette talking about he actually has a quarterback. But that would be disrespectful. And
is he wrong? No.
I mean, he did. I hate to say it, Gardner Minshew, and I like my friend. You know my buddy Jake Wimberly down in Jackson.
Understood.
And he's friends with Gardner, and he called his games when he was playing high school football, and they know each other really well. But let me just tell you something. I hate to say this, Gardner is a placeholder. And I think they're just going for Trevor Lawrence. Let's be real. They're tanking for Trevor. Literally. They got rid of Leonard Fournette. Their whole defense.
I like Gardner. I'm not going to act like I
like
don't.
Him too. But you know what? Let's be real. What is Gardner? He's going to be a clip. He's going to be a McCown. He can stay in the league for 15 years holding a damn clipboard.
Right.
He could just fit in with the McCown brother, but he'll just have a Raleigh Fingers mustache.
I think he could fit in eventually as a low-grade starter. But again, like, a low-grade starter. I don't think Leonard Fournette is wrong at all in that saying that. Nick Foles, a $22 million starting quarterback, couldn't even last a full year with them. So I don't blame him for that. Blake Bortles, come on. They haven't had a good quarterback in quite a while. I mean, their last good one was probably what would we say? Was David Garrard okay? Was he all right? Did you like David Garrard? He was solid for a half second. He made the playoffs. Blake Bortles made the playoffs, too.
Yeah, Bortles did, too. Man, I liked him ECU.
Yeah, I can tell you want to tell this next story. How eager you were. How eager you were to get to Harden. You got right into it, right out of the break.
I am excited, but I'm also scared to death.
So honestly, if you got something else before it, go ahead for it. Because I have a feeling we're going to last a while on this on the main story with OBJ.
Can I just ask you a question? Have 67129. Have y'all ever heard the expression "step into it"? Like I've stepped into a whole pile of you know what. Have you ever heard of that expression? Man, I feel like I just stepped in a pile of you know what.
Say crap. You can say crap.
You know what else I did? I had such a bad day. I just feel like somebody all over me. Well, guess what? We found out that OBJ pays people to do that to him. Yes. Check out Hot Carl on Urban Dictionary. I hope this isn't going out for the kiddos. That's right. Urban Dictionary and a Hot Carl. Because OBJ, and this is all, of course, as she says, hearsay, which I don't understand.
This was on a podcast called, I don't even know if I can say this. The Thoughts Next Door.
Let me tell you something. Are you talking about the women, the
Yes.
Sports Center?
Yeah, and this was, I think it was.
It was
no,
great.
this was not Sports Center. These
No,
women.
no.
It's a random
They
sports.
They call themselves Black Women Sports Center, and that's what they call the podcast.
Do they? No,
Yeah, I
it's called
swear.
Thoughts Next Door podcast.
What is
it's
it?
called? Thoughts Next Door.
Thoughts Next Door. Oh, okay. The guy who retweeted it was.
But they said, what was it, 2 weeks ago that they. Actually, I don't even know how to address this correctly. That seven they were involved with 7 players on the Suns team.
Yes, they're very.
So
bad.
they are very open about their I guess sexual encounters.
Let's just basically be honest about the whole truth. They are nasty. Okay. Like
yes,
nasty.
no doubt. Yes, 100%.
Let's be real.
Nasty.
Nasty. I mean, I'm talking about bottom of the ocean Krabby Patties. Nasty. SpongeBob wouldn't eat this patty. Like nasty. Now,
So do you think this OBJ? See, we need to explain this more, don't we?
We can only explain it in one way. You can put a. Have you known there's a poop emoji on your phone?
Yeah.
Imagine in real life if you could have that poop emoji come to life off your phone and you could just put it on yourself. That's OBJ's.
But it's someone else's poop
fetish.
emoji.
Yeah, it's OBJ's fetish. He just wants everybody in the world to send him a poop emoji.
This story's a load of crap.
Yes, it is.
I don't know if I believe it though, honestly.
Man, let me tell you
I don't
something.
know.
Can I tell you a little secret?
Because I feel like these women on this podcast will say anything to
hold
get
up.
them famous.
Out of all the things in the whole wide world, and no. Okay, I will tell you something. Well, yes, the girls, they call themselves what did you say they called themselves?
The Thoughts Next Door.
Okay, well, Black Women Sports Center also retweeted it because that's who I got. And I don't know. I thought that was them. But anyway, it doesn't even matter. Everybody and their grandmother who's retweeting this, just let me tell you something. It's dirty. And I will tell you something. If this isn't true, this is worse than every person that went to high school and said that some poor kid did something horrible.
So here's the other thing about this story. Like, I don't think we're ever going to get proof unless he actually comes out OBJ.
He plays for the Browns.
Odell Beckham
bro.
Jr. comes out.
Okay? I think that's
the jokes
proof.
write themselves.
I think the proof is there.
He wants to take
I'm
the
just surprised
Browns
he's
to the
not
Super Bowl.
I'm surprised he's not number 2. I don't even know what to do.
Oh my gosh.
But can I also say again, I do have to at least, if I was a lawyer, like, let's see, who's a really good creepy lawyer? Oh, Alan Dershowitz. If I was like Alan Dershowitz and defending somebody like O.J. Simpson or the Hearst girl, or, I mean, you name it, he's defended it. Jeffrey Epstein. If I was to defend OBJ and was his attorney, I would be like this. Well, listen, these ladies are salacious, philanderous, and dirty. And then, you know what? Most of his friends that know him are be like, that's just like how OBJ likes him. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you're getting accused of liking the poo emoji.
Just say it. He's getting accused of getting.
He's a finkelphiliac. Let's be real. Like,
I don't know if I buy. Like, do you fully buy it? Like,
heck yes, I buy it.
You want to buy it, I think, is the thing. Like,
do you know why I buy it?
Why?
Because nobody in their right
Because he plays
mind,
for the Browns.
Yeah, that's one reason for sure. But nobody in their right
He's
mind.
13. 3 minus 1 is 2.
Nobody goes on a podcast and puts it out there that another human being likes something like that if it wasn't true. Because do you know what that is? That is basically the same thing as walking into your local sheriff's department. And do you go in there if you even don't like somebody and go, yo, I want to report a murder? You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. Nobody walks in and be like, yo, I just want to tell you about this guy. He killed somebody. Didn't happen. You just make the whole thing up. No, there's certain things in this world you don't make up. You don't make up murder, and you don't make up hot Carls. These are two things that are in, I think there's a code of conduct. It's called ethics. And I think those are the number 1 and number 2, okay? I'm just kidding. I've taken many an ethics class. They're a lot better than that, but I do have to say it.
So, here's the other thing,
and
I don't know if you're into this, but like,
no, I'm not.
Odell,
I'm gonna tell you right now, I am not into that.
If you buy into what Odell Beckham Jr. put on his Instagram today, he put a picture of himself in his Browns uniform. Honestly. And he says,
he's like,
with
it
the
was
caption,
white when I got it.
With the caption, you're gross. You're nasty. The caption said, "Can't knock me off my pivot, no matter what."
Can't knock me off my pivot.
No matter what S is thrown my way.
Do you know what he's?
You think he's trying to say that he like? You think he's into it?
All he's saying is, all you people out there who are freaky, what's up? DM me. That's a straight up shout out to DMing. Like, slide into my DMs. Yo, what's up? What's up? Bro, I can't even believe this. I'm not having this conversation. This is real. We got football on September 10th. We had Leonard Fournette call out Tom Brady. Call out Tom Brady. Call out Gardner Minshew, which is basically not even really news.
More calling out Nick Foles and Blake Bortles, I think.
Yeah, well, basically, let me tell you something. This is a dude who's trying to reach for a story after talking about Hot Carl and OBJ. That's all. That's all. It's hard to talk about anything else. Let's be real. Like, you can talk about. You heard about the Marty Jannetty murder thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just tell you something. I can't believe this is where we're going. But this is 2020. And yes, we've had a Tigers win. Tigers got Landers, Nolly. He's playing this year. We're going to get my man, what's up, Dre? He's going to be playing this year. Tigers are going to ball out. We got a football team with Ryan Silverfield. Already got a W. Yeah. We got NFL action Thursday night. We got NBA playoffs going down for real. Dustin Johnson cashed a $15 million check yesterday. Dominated. Won the tour championship. Basically said, what's up to Brooks Koepka? I'm taking you out. And what's trending? Cartman, the poop emoji, and Odell Beckham Jr. Now, how do all three of those things go together? I never in a million years thought they would. But they do. And do you know what else is trending? Of course that. And then I told you. Murder! The other thing that people don't lie about. Remember I told you that? Now they got a guy named Marty Jannetty who's trying to say that he didn't confess to murder. He was hammered and wanted his girlfriend to feel really, really bad, okay? And he was lying, and it was 47 years ago, okay? And I just want you to know that it was behind a bowling alley, and I don't even know what I was doing actually in 1973, okay? Bro, you know what you made? Like, we talked about this a little bit, right?
Yeah, we brought on Dustin Starr to talk about it.
Yeah, we did. I thought we brought on. Hey, you know, I gotta just make sure. I've taken a few hits to the head before. I mean, OBJ can at least say I got CTE, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what
I'm sorry. I don't know if that's a good excuse for.
You gotta find
for his
excuse,
fetish,
right?
dog.
You gotta find an
I don't know if I could know.
Bro, I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. I gotta get ready for Sundays. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know how to even. Let's just. I'm sorry, but where was? Oh yeah, Marty Jannetty. Again, the only story that can top OBJ today is Marty Jannetty, because
Jannetty, right?
Jannetty, whatever, dude. I'm not a WWE guy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Y'all know that. I don't know if it was Jannetty. Is Jannetty?
Yes.
What was it? What was his wrestling name? Did he have a cool name? Like, was he like a Macho Man, or or the Intimidator or the Powell driver or Carl coming off the top. Carl coming off the top rope. I wish
Carl coming in hot.
Coming in hot. I can't take it. He dive bombed on that guy's chest.
All right. Ew, I've had enough.
But he is a wrestler, and this is what he's doing. Wait, hold on. His lawyer came out. By the way, do you know what I'm even talking about? So today, his lawyer came out and said Jannetty was, it was a culmination of wrestling, concussions, alcohol, and amphetamines that caused him to tell a lie. Let me just tell you something. If you want to cover up a murder, admit to just being a lunatic, I guess. I don't know if that actually works, but hey, I would just go with, shh, don't hire a lawyer, no more talking on Facebook, don't answer your door when the police come and knock. I don't know. Like, hide out, Marty. Marty Jannetty, the only dude who can shock you as much as OBJ. I mean, did you see that one-handed catch by OBJ?
Yeah, I did.
Dude, you know where you think he...
What joke are you going to make about that? Come on, man.
You know what? I'm going to go to break because I need one really bad, and I just wanted y'all to all know. Thank you for listening, and goodness gracious, you got to love football. How about them Browns? Sports 56. 96.1, 87.7 FM.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ. Listen to us daily on AM 560, 96.1 FM, or 87.7 FM.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Progressive Motorcycle presents Road Wisdom from the Motor.
Half man, half motorcycle.
The road is everything you want it to be.
Everything.
As long as what you want is road.
To ride your motorcycle on.
Progressive Motorcycle also presents basic policies starting at $75 a year. Progressive Motorcycle, for those who were born to ride. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy is not available in all states.
Summertime and the living is easy. No more cutting or paying utilities. Literally, you guys, Town Village Audubon Park, nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. Looking for a great place to retire, but you still have a very active lifestyle? Then visit Town Village. Only requirements that you're 55 plus. Prices per month starting at $24.50. The Gourmet Chef welcomes you to visit our restaurant and bistro. Package includes 3 complimentary meals per day, maid service, free local transportation, monthly coffee club, themed dinner parties, lots of fun. Visit us and call Daniel or Bo at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
We are Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. As well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere on your phone or tablet by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, tell Google or Alexa to play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7. Now, back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Let's go! On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Many a hand has scaled the grand old face of the plateau. Some belong to strangers and some to folks you know. Holy ghosts and talk show hosts are planted in the sand to beautify the foothills, shake the many hands. There's nothing on the top but a bucket and a mop and an illustrated book about birds. You see a lot up there, but don't be scared. Who needs Jackson when you got words?
Welcome back into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm about to pass off that baton to Wolo and Stats for a little sports time to drive you home from 3 to 6. And I'll tell you one thing. They got a lot of great things to talk about. Dustin Johnson, what he pulled off. $15 million must be nice. Is Dustin Johnson, by the way, though, can I ask you a question? The fact that he has only one major, but he's collected the third most amount of money in golf history. Like, what would you see? For me, I'm like, look at the wife. Hey, what's up, Paulina? I'm like, look at the bank account. You don't like the fact that I don't have more than one major? Deal with it. I'm the player of the year. I'm Dustin bleeping Johnson. And let's be real. If Dustin Johnson has his A game right now, is there anybody other than maybe Brooks Koepka that can go toe-to-toe with him? I don't think there is. If DJ's long and straight, he's got a wedge from 475 out. He's got a dead-gum 7-iron on a par 5. And dude's making easy putts, third in putting this year. So when DJ's on, DJ's on. Now, speaking of things that are on, we got basketball on tonight. But you know what's off? DeAndre Baker. That's not a joke. That's dead serious. Baker, he is out of football. The Giants said, peace. We're going to get rid of you. You have a armed robbery charge. So I hope you enjoy life. Again, also wanted to tell you that Oklahoma State and Tulsa have pushed their opener back because, well, Tulsa's got that Rona. So they're going to deal with it. But this is a very important decision that's happened. Did you hear what's going on in Tuscaloosa? The mayor is reopening the bars around the University of Alabama during game weeks. It's for economical reasons, obviously. Of course, the mayor at Chapel Hill wishes he could probably do this too, but Corona's kind of forced him the other way. Do you think this is a good idea or is this a dangerous idea?
It's clearly not a good idea. I mean, obviously you're going to boost your economy, get that money that you normally would get for game days, but it's not going to be on that same level, right? Because you're not going to have people traveling from out of town to go to the games necessarily because you're don't have a full stadium. But it can't be a good decision, right?
It's a dangerous decision. It's an economical one. It's all about economics. And I will have to tell you right now, if you look, there's a great article that came out yesterday that I read last night, and it talked about the top 25 college towns, how much the economy is dependent on college football. Tuscaloosa was in the top 10. They're one of the reasons, again, think about it. It's one thing closing during the summer. There's another thing closing during the fall when football's going on, roll tide. So I see what's going on. It's going to be a very interesting thing to watch. I will tell you, though, I'm old, but if I was like a 20-something, I'd probably be in a bar on
100%,
Saturdays.
100%. I think the interesting thing, too, is I don't know if you saw this, but Oklahoma, Lincoln Riley addressed the media today, and he talked about how at this point, they're not going to publicize the test results. Just so they don't have to freak out everybody. They're going to treat it. And same here at Memphis. They're going to, and they did this weekend against Arkansas State. They're going to treat it like an injury, more or less, and just keep that person out, deal with the contact tracing, and then move on with their lives.
That is the truth, and it's an interesting thing. Speaking of the truth, Twins, Cardinals, top of the third, 0-0 as baseball is on today. Don't forget, you got the Red Sox starting up right here when my show ends against the Phillies. Martin Perez, that's right, Mr. Zach Eflin. Ugh, Zach Eflin. Ugh, Mr. Perez. Ugh, over 7.5. Yeah. For anybody who's close to the casinos, go ahead and take that over with the quickness. Now, Tampa Bay, Washington tonight. Ryan Yarbrough coming back from an injury. I also like the over 9.5 with both teams kind of hitting the heck of the baseball. And I will also tell you, last but not least, because I always like to help y'all out, give you a little bit of love, because that's important. Yankees have been so bad. Hap is on the hill. Walker is, let's just be real. Walker hasn't been what he's basically supposed to have been. Yankees are underdogs. Yankees usually aren't dogs. I kind of actually can't believe I'm saying this, but if you're going to give me the Yankees plus 10, I think I'm going to take them. Gabe, what about you? You think old Luke can take care of business tonight? Luke.
That's a tough one, man. That lineup is just so dead.
It is so dead.
I mean, they don't have anything that they thought that they were going to have this year.
Well,
it's hard for me. It's hard for me to think about placing money on them right now.
You know what my favorite bet is, don't you? I have two ones that I really, really like. One I will not play because it's minus 240 and it's San Diego. I will not lay a number like that. But there is one that is plus 15. Rangers, Angels. Lance Lynn, 4-2 with a 2.67 ERA against Julio Teheran. Julio, you stink. 0-2 with a 7.94 ERA. Lance Lynn has been a baller shot caller out of Ole Miss. Telling you right now, take the Rangers, cash that check, and enjoy life. Coming up next, we got Wolo and Stats. Don't forget, we also got NBA action tonight. Guess who's playing? That's right, my team, the Lakers, the one that I'm very, very scared of because I picked them way, way early to win the Larry O'Brien Trophy, to hoist that giant LeBron, AD. They're going to do it. Well, if Russell Westbrook right now wasn't playing for the Lakers in a Rockets uniform, I would be really, really scared. I'm still really scared. Can LBJ and AD get things together? We'll find out at 8 o'clock Central Time. At 5:30, you got Jimmy Buckets going against the Greek Freak. Maybe, maybe not. I doubt he's going to play. I think the Heat close it out today. I'm getting out of here. Make sure you make the world a better place. See you on the flip side. Peace!
Progressive Motorcycle presents